what you heard, baby. Look at you thinking you could live without him. Now look at you living. Look at you doing way better and all out of your feelings. Your ass just came back and your ass is getting a little bit. Girl, for that little nigga. Girl, for that little nigga. Cause you don't deserve it. You don't deserve it. Girl, you don't deserve it. Girl, you can do better. You don't deserve it. You don't deserve it. Girl, you don't deserve it. Girl, you can do better.
Good morning, loves. Saturday morning, and I have a message for the collective. I feel like a lot of us during this Venus retrograde that is over, it's over, y'all, have been going through a lot. And now, as soon as Venus is out of retrograde, Mercury goes into retrograde, and a lot of y'all aren't even aware of retrogrades or our planets or the universe, and I think maybe that's why I'm here. If not a lot of you, just one person's going to be able to take something away from my messages, and that's really all that matters. It's not going to resonate with everybody. Not everybody is going through the same thing, but a lot of times relationships are based off from the same types of things. So whether it's intimate or not, you are dealing with things in your relationships. You know, our children, our parents, family members, a lot of different dynamics to relationships. But the collective reading is about dealing with other people. And a lot of times we can do better. We can do a hell of a lot better. And because of comfort, because of needing to have somebody around, or thinking that you are here to save that other person, we stop ourselves, we block our own selves from being the best that we can be, because we're drained of our energies because of somebody else, trying to help somebody else and be there for somebody else. But the first card I pulled was the Third Eye Chakra card. Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? And this to me is everything. This is how I see. I don't know how to make people aware of how important it is to close your eyes and see. Close your eyes and look. Look around without the two eyes that you are used to looking with. This card says the third eye chakra is the most often talked about of all the chakras. And unfortunately, it's the most understood and the most blocked. Unfortunately, it is the most misunderstood and the most blocked chakra, though everybody can talk about it. It's interesting. Clairvoyancy, inner seeing, intuition, and higher levels of consciousness are all associated with this energy center. Found between your eyebrows and just above the bridge of your nose, it works closely with the throat and crown chakras, and will assist you with your psychic and intuitive inner guidance. To enhance this chakra, work on strengthening your intuitive abilities. Close your eyes and visualize a circle, a square, and then any image. Practice seeing with your mind's eye. Imagine the sound of a train, a car horn, or a telephone. Practice hearing with your inner ear. Energizing this chakra helps you to intuitively know what others are thinking, feeling, and saying. The insight goes a long way toward building better and stronger bonds. And you have to be really careful with that, because a lot of times people are in denial about how they really feel, and if you know, you have to keep it to yourself. You can't expose things to people when they're not ready to hear the truth. You cannot do that. This card is everything, people. This card can be the difference between you ending up in a mental asylum versus free to roam and walk and live and provide and have a service for humanity. That beautiful third eye chakra card can do all of that. It can change, if it's open and activated properly and used the right way, it can change someone's entire path. It'll change your life. It will change your life. The second card is Take the Lead. Take the lead. And in bad, negative, toxic, codependent relationships, we tend to sit back and allow other people to lead. We tend to sit back and take everybody else's word over our own feelings. And that's not right. You have to have a balance between what somebody else is wanting from you and for you to do versus what you want to do and what you feel you should be doing. Because if you spend the whole day running around like a chicken with your head cut off, doing errands for somebody else, and then you end up getting all of that back to that person, and you didn't do any of it right, and they have something to say about everything that you did, well, what did you do for yourself? What happened to you that day then? Take the lead. A lot of times we lose enthusiasm in relationships. A lot of times we don't feel like taking the initiative anymore to even try. But you have to ground yourself and look around and use that third eye and see the unseen is still back there, and see the unseen in order to know what's really going on. Because we cannot take things so personally to the fact where we shut down and don't allow love into our lives. Strong energies for success are around you. As new opportunities are going up, tap into this energy to fire up your relationships and bring you all that you desire regarding matters of the heart. Call down the divine flame to ignite your passion and show you the way to achieve your deepest wishes. Don't wait for the other person to make a move. Take the initiative. Be bold. Now is not the time for the status quo. Use this beautiful fiery energy to explore new possibilities. How can you spice up current relationships? How about learning a new skill with your friend or taking the family on a special vacation? If you're looking for a new relationship, think creatively and try new ways of meeting someone. Step outside of your comfort zone and be a little daring. And that is so true. We cannot sit comfortably and expect the change that we desire. Change is going to happen, people. Change will take place whether you're sitting around comfortable or you're up making moves, because change is the only constant. Change is the only thing promised. So are you going to allow change for the good or for the bad? And everybody's definition is different of good and bad. But when I say good and bad, I'm talking about on your journey, for you to be able to take the lead on your journey and what you're supposed to be touching, who you're supposed to be touching, not what somebody else tells you to do, but what you know that you can get up every single day and make the decision to do because you've chosen it and nobody's told you to do it. It came from within inside of you. It's something inside of you that you want to do. For you or somebody else. But if it's for somebody else and it's coming from you and that's what you want to do, not because you've been told to do it, the results are so much different than that day you're doing and doing and doing for somebody and it's not appreciated. You're not even doing it right. And that, that can make anybody feel like they're crazy. And that's not fair to people anymore. We have to treat each other better and not create. We're creators, y'all. We are the creators here. We create. Nobody else is creating anything. Ain't no man up in the sky saying bloom, bloom, blow. And now we have this. No, we do it. We create. And the last card is spread your wings. So with that creation, make it good. Create something for yourself and the people that are around you that makes you proud. That makes you want to embrace everyone, not deny. Expand your mind to know that you have the freedom and have the confidence within yourself to build yourself up. And you don't need anybody else to do that for you. You don't. You do not need anyone else to build you up when you're down. You have the inner ability to come out of confinement, to make the decision, to breathe consciously, to look at life with your third eye, and spread those wings. Energies of expansion are around you now, and because of this, you may be feeling restless and uncertain. Your mind and soul are ready to soar, but you may feel confined by certain relationships or certain aspects of them. Although they may be comfortable and feel safe, it's possible they don't quite fulfill your needs. Even the desire to be in a relationship can be restricting because it becomes your focus and you forget to live your own life to the fullest. Sometimes when you think you have all that you could ever want, you realize that you now want something else. Perhaps a relationship has grown a little too restricting, or it's too exciting, it's not exciting enough. And maybe it no longer meets your needs as you've evolved and changed. What will it take to allow you to feel unrestrained and joyful? Listen to your heart. What do you really want? Remember to make any needed changes with love and compassion. Don't become combative because now all of a sudden you look around and the relationship that you're in or the person that you're living in, your roommate, your son, your daughter, your mama, your cousin, your brother, your grandmama is on your nerves now and you see it differently. Don't come at them like that because they've been there for you. They've seen you evolve and make the changes. Move from a place of love. Move from a place of compassion. And move from a place of your third eye chakra, people. Don't look at people that you're around and judge them because of how you feel. That's not fair and it's not right. That's not taking your own personal responsibility for your position here. That's still continuing to look with your two eyes and want to place the blame on someone else instead of fully focusing on who is responsible, and that is self and self only. If you decide that you can spread your wings now and move on and do all the things that you feel and have felt, that's right for you to do outside of anybody else. Continue to love, be patient and kind, and don't be judgmental of the people that you leave behind. Everyone is on their own journey. You have to respect that. We have to respect each other's position and know that they're here for their own purpose to help their own category. And not everybody is going to make it out of the third dimension. And I see so many people stuck in the fourth and going back and forth from the third to the fourth instead of moving up and leveling up to the fifth. So you can't talk about anything over that until you get there. Okay? And opportunity does beckon. And this was at the bottom of the deck. And I always like to take the bottom of the deck after I do a reading, because it seems like that is what's coming up. For those that this resonates with, this is what is coming up. Opportunities. Opportunities are all around us. It's just a matter of do we see them? How do we see things, and what are we seeing? And do we actually see what's there? And a lot of times we don't. We miss opportunities because we're so focused on somebody else. And then 7 years later, you're like, what? That person's moving on, living. And you're sitting here like, what? What am I doing? Well, why did I waste all that time? But no, you didn't waste it, honey. It's not wasted because it's all a lesson. And if you take that lesson and build from that on to the next, instead of sitting still, feeling sorry for yourself and thinking that everything in life is over because of one other person, you can manifest what it is that you want. Because you know that what it is that you had wasn't right. Often in affairs of the heart, you may become complacent. Sorry. Hold on. Let's get my dog's breakfast. Even bored with what you have, you forget to see the magic of your interactions with others and fail to invest time and effort to maintain the human loving link. If you've been looking for a relationship for some time without success, you may become delusioned or discouraged, no longer believing that a relationship will manifest. Your enthusiasm diminishes and you no longer provide the universe with the energy needed to produce this relationship. And this is true not just in love relationships, people. This is true in, distant mother-child relationships or father-child relationships or cousins or grandparents. This is for any type of relationship that you can have here in this life that's troubled. That you can take responsibility for your role in that relationship and change it. For yourself, not for them. And not that they know how to do the change and do that work and make that change. But you do, and you can, and you will. The same is true of struggling too long to improve an existing relationship. Yeah, don't do that either, because you can't hold on to something that's not there. You can make peace with it and let it go, and like they say, love from a distance, but don't stay bound to anyone that does not serve your highest good. Now is not the time for complacency. This is your opportunity to attain what you've been seeking or to improve what you have. It requires vigilance, action, and enthusiasm. Lift your spirits and look for the opportunity that will present itself. Then act. And with this reading, the planets and the retrogrades, I felt that someone has been so confused about why for the past 3 months of my life have I felt this certain type of way, and now all of a sudden I feel the exact same way I did prior to those 3 months. Baby doll, that's because Venus was in retrograde. Venus is the planet of love. Look it up, do some research, find out. A lot of people go through struggles, and because they're not aware of this universe, they get so confused about why. But if you just become aware, as above, so below, as within, become aware of that. The Holy Trinity is real, and it's not religious. It's astrological. The Holy Trinity is real. Has nothing to do with religion and everything to do with astrology. Okay? No man created the outcome of your life. No human being did that. Only you can do that. Only you. Instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good for all. And that's the thing with religion, y'all. I mean, it's selfish. People pray and they ask for stuff. Oh, God, give me this. I want that. Do this for Susie. Make sure Jack is fine. No. Because what's meant to be is going to be. My fearless freedom lights up the world. My fearless freedom. I'm free. Nobody binds me. Nobody tells me what I am or what I'm going to do or how I'm going to live or raise my children or drink my tea or wipe my ass. Because I'm doing it. And until somebody else has to do it for me, it's up to me. Thank you, universe, for helping me see beyond the limits of fear. Thank you for expanding my perceptions that I can see what is of the highest good, so that I can see what is of the highest good. Good. If you don't know it, let me tell you right now, you are good. You were born good. Some shit might have happened in your life that made you feel bad. But don't get stuck in those feelings. Don't get stuck in the third dimension thinking. Open your eye. Open it wide. Allow yourself to see the truth. Find out why you're really here. Don't let relationships that you're in bind you and keep you from living the life that you're meant to live. Because humans will do that and not even know that they're holding you back because they're so stuck in their own confusion. Okay? I hope this helped somebody out there, because these retrogrades are real. They affect us. We made it through it. I'm not worried about this one. I'm good and golden. But if anybody is concerned about what is up and coming in their lives, contact me. Get in touch with me and we can talk. I don't foresee any problems with this next retrograde coming up. Maybe some deers coming out, so be careful driving. There's going to be more roadkill on the roads. Maybe a little bit confusion for yourself as far as GPS might act up, or you might get lost, or you may break down on the side of the road. So if y'all need to get your car maintained or maintenanced or whatever you call it, make sure you do that before you go off somewhere, because that type of stuff is about to go down, like it or not. So just be prepared for that. Be prepared, and that's the thing with this life. Don't let anything stop you if you're prepared for what could happen. You'll be prepared and you'll be ready, and you can handle anything. Peace.